I'm getting rid of is these kind of things. This is water that has been lying on the beams, and then you get the tanning that comes out. This is a real tanning spot, so when it's really like bluish black coming out, I want to get rid of that. There's another one here and some watermarks. And what's up here is I think before they cut them 12 to 12. They were the similar size, and they had been drying for a few years like that. So that's the dark. It's basically like this, because this is also chestnut, right? So over time, after a few years, you'll get these dark spots. Here it's already disappearing because I'm working on this workbench. This is the same, but it's a different age than that. That's what happened here too. Now this is the top of the rafter. I don't clean this up because you don't see it. But these ones I clean up. And then they need to cure for a few days, because you'll see that it's much lighter when you plane it, right? This is very light, but it will get darker in a few days. I'm making more and more my own bread. I don't buy it anymore. But I'm not filming every detail of it. This one has too much yeast. As you know, I don't measure my doughs, and then so sometimes there's surprises, which is fine. So let's see how this one turns out. Feeling lucky today. The bread looked good. It was quite big, so it's gonna be it was a heavier bread too, so it's gonna be a big one. The fire is hot enough. The lid is 213 degrees. The underside now is 250, so that's perfect. These are not tanning lines, these are tractor tires. The tractor hit this beam when he drove away after delivery. Here, this is often the downside of power tools. You'll see those marks. Not sure which tool they use for this, some kind of planer. I think even gas planers, they have quite big tools to trim these beams. I think this is sawed and then they put it through some sort of thickener or a planer to get the flat sides. But I've got an electric planer too, an electric hand planer, but it's kind of like it's difficult to control from the side. When you're working on the top, it's easier because you have more control, but you know, sometimes you get this or you eat too far into it, so that's why hand planers are a bit better to clean up those edges. So I've cleaned this up, and then the light spots you see like this will color back to this in a few days, but I want to get rid of all those machine marks here and the dark spots as well. It's the same with sanders, you know, when you have the mouse sander. I have it too. I think it makes this movement like this. Very fast, of course, but you'll see it sometimes in the wood and it's not so nice. So for these ones, when I sand them, I'll use the belt sander. I want to take out some of the floor planks temporarily to see how it is if this part of the floor is gone, because I want to make this open so the stairs goes down here, the chimney goes up here, stove is in the corner, and it's going to be a desk and little kitchen here, and that beam is going to be gone. This is not going to work. Many screw heads break off, and they're kind of buried deep into the planks, and they're hardwood, and the beams they're both chestnut. So when you screw in big screws in chestnut without drilling, over time you're just getting stuck. So I can't get them out. It's going to be a big job dismantling this floor, but I'm going to keep it for now because I need this floor to work on the roof. Alright, one plank out, give some light. It's a little hard to imagine things right now here still, but now I can see through the floor, I see the roof. Gives me an understanding of what happens when the stairs, so I'd come down the stairs here, will be the chimney here. It's all pretty tight. It's a small cabin, so it's really a puzzle. Masonry stove is going to be in the corner. There's going to be floor heating as well, so that's going to work together. This is going out, the manger, but parts of it are going to stay in, but I'm going to reduce it because now it's about 50 centimeters, 60. I think I'll make it shorter, but I want to keep it visible. I think it's a beautiful piece of wood. You see the holes where the cows were chained on. You know, it's part of the history, so I want to keep that narrative going for a small part. And this cross beam is going to stay. This one is going to go out. The stairs is going to be here. The opening of the floor, I think, is going to be somewhere here. I think it's going to be all the way open so you can look down and look up. It's going to make it more spacious. Shower in that corner, washing area in that corner, bed in the middle, maybe a tiny sitting area over there. I could imagine just a very small table and a very small, how do you call that, fauteuil. We say in the Netherlands, French word. So this from the other side. So shower is going to be in this corner. This door is going to go away. It's going to be a window, so it gives more light, and this doesn't have to be a passway, so it's more taking advantage of the space. Washing area over there, bed, the sitting area I was saying. Very tiny. Could be here next to the stove. I think this is going to be a nice space to be in. And then you look up, you see the whole wall there. See parts of the ceiling from here. Yeah. I got some great books from a retired carpenter who uploaded all his school books. They're beautiful books about stonework, about concrete, foundations, chimneys, building stone walls, framing, woodwork, etc. It's really great. And they're all from the 70s. They're quite old books. What's this one? Modern masonry. so important to clean up. I have to remind myself every time, you know, during such a big renovation project, it constantly becomes a mess, and when I'm stressed out, it means there's a lot of loose ends, and it's generally a mess. I mean, there's so many little jobs to do, but you have to finish certain jobs before you move on to the next one. Like, for example, picnic table. Every time I passed it walking here to the cabins to work here, I looked at the picnic table and I saw it was unfinished. And I see all the stones on the ground and I think like, oh, I have to do that still. And I finished it last week and now it's cleaned up and it looks nice. And every time I walk past it now, I can see like, oh, beautiful. I finished that. Beautiful view. Good. And it's the same with just brooming and cleaning up a space. Like now this space feels renewed. It feels like a finished thing. Although it's not finished at all. But it's not sweeping the floor. You sweep your mind. You clean up your mind so you're ready to move on to the next phase. It's so important. It's not a lesson for you. It's a lesson for myself. I have to remind myself all the time. Alright, one beam is done. I like the color a lot. It's quite dark, but I think a dark color fits with the traditional style cabin, you know. I'm curious how it's gonna turn out with the different shades in the chestnut, because where I've planed 2 days ago now is a lot lighter than where it's more cured. But it changes color all the time, you know. So when you plane it, it's very white, like pine almost. But then the next day it's already much darker, and then in a week or so it becomes more yellow. And the beams that I didn't touch, which have been here on 2 weeks or more, they've become really like a corn, orangey brown color. But the impregnator is kind of evening that out to a degree. But it looks quite even, it looks good. Alright, I was just in time. Early morning, 7 a.m. Thought I was going to paint today, but probably not. More rain coming today, so I have to move inside. I have to paint 5 more rafters, and then I can put them on there. They're almost dry. I've been drying overnight. I feel a little bit sticky still, so yeah, it's oil paint, so it needs to dry like 24 hours or 48 hours. Some of the boards have some resin spatters. You know, the sticky stuff that comes out of fresh wood. So I clean this off with alcohol, and after that I've give them a light sanding, so they're really nice and smooth and clean. Some of them have a bit of dirt on them, so a bit of work for every board, but they will look nice.
I saw one guy on his own on a dirt bike too. He looked like a farmer.
Yeah.
He was just on the side.
There's a farmer up there. He lives in the valley, but he has the cows and the goats up there.
Ah, yeah.
And he's going all the way up and down, checking on the cows, because you can see the cows are all over the place.
Yeah. Is he the guy who was grazing on your land, or is that somebody else? Yeah.
Yeah. He's not right now, but he has them sometimes.
Yes.
The light is just incredible. It's been strange weather today. A lot of rain, thunderstorms, and now you got the sun setting, and the sun shines against these clouds here, which are all lit up yellow. So it's beautiful. Ollie just arrived. guy from Berlin. He's gonna help me out for a few days here, collecting stones to build up the walls. And yeah, it's nice to have him. Some helping hands.
Huh? That's good, yeah? Or should I come more to me?
Up my tent and that's done.
Yeah. You know where the trailer is and the pile of...
It's the river. Yeah, there was a lot of rain today.
Yeah. You want to sit this side to that side?
I've seen the view.
Yeah. Still a bit old though. Sure.
The benches have come out nicely, eh? Not bad.
Yeah. A bit to the left. That way. Yeah.
These are a little sticky still.
Bit further up.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 trail cameras. Was a fox quite often this time, badger, the wolf I haven't seen, but the neighbors, the farmers talking about it, but I think they're higher up on the mountain. Deer, chamois. There was a black cat, a very short shot. It's kind of strange to see. And yeah, I'm gonna move them around, put them in different places, and keep them kind of moving to capture different wildlife. Boards are on the cabin. We did the first boards. I think I'll finish that next week and get started with insulation, and the roof window is gonna go in there. Gonna have a little bit of help, so I think things are moving a little bit faster next week. Because there's a lot of painting to do, all of the boards, but it's going well. So.